Hey, do you look at your bank account statements every month? Well, you should if you're not. A Houston woman says she discovered a few months later that $5,000 had been drained from her account, and her bank says it's too late to get the money back. Our consumer reporter Heather Sullivan has been investigating.
You know, we put money in banks to keep it safe, but does your bank have your back if you're defrauded? Well, the answer is both yes and no.
And I was like, what happened to my money?
Vanessa Coleman says she had more than $5,000 in a business bank account with Chase, but says she didn't look at it much until one day.
It's to this $46 that Chase sent me. I didn't know what the check was for.
Coleman says she discovered the account had been closed after several withdrawals drained it in January of 2022.
They started off with 800, then they went to 900, then they went to 600, and then they went to 1,000, and then 725, and then 650.
She says she reported it as fraud to Chase when she discovered it in May, which investigated but ultimately said she was too late for the bank to cover her loss. Chase sent us a statement explaining, "We confirm that we sent Ms. Coleman a statement for January of 2022, the month when most of the disputed transactions occurred. She didn't report the withdrawals until May of 2022. Customers must report unauthorized withdrawals within 30 days of a statement." But Coleman says she never received the statement.
In December, they sent me this statement saying, you had no activity, so congratulations, we're not going to charge you your $15 or whatever they had been charging me, and that they probably would not send me a statement.
A Harris County Sheriff's deputy tells us they found the withdrawals were made on withdrawal slips inside the bank, and the signatures don't match Coleman's signature on file with the bank. They say there was no longer any surveillance video to see who made the withdrawals, so no charges were filed. We asked Chase if it would accept responsibility since the signatures didn't match. Chase responded it had no additional comment. Banking experts tell us it comes down to the law. Here's what you need to know. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says if your bank account is defrauded through an electronic transfer, you have protections under the federal law Regulation E. Reported in the first 2 days, your loss is limited to $50. Reported after 2 days, your loss is limited to $500. But reported more than 60 days after a statement was sent or made available online, the Federal Reserve says you are only protected for the first fraudulent transaction, not for subsequent transactions that could have been prevented if you had reported the first.
But in general, they have a responsibility to protect you from the first one, but any that could have been prevented are going to be on you. Now, if they happen in quick succession, and even if you had reported them the next day, you couldn't have stopped them, you might still have protection against all of them.
But what if the fraudulent transaction was not electronic, like a withdrawal slip? The CFPB says that falls under state law. The Texas Bankers Association explains the law requires banks to give consumers 30 days from the time they receive their statement to dispute charges.
Once you know that or suspect that you may have a problem, you need to report that to your bank very quickly. The banks need to take action on their side to help protect their customers, to protect the bank, and to protect the banking system.
Chase and Coleman's dispute over whether she was sent a statement leaves them at odds.
And they should have given it back soon.
The Texas Bankers Association has these tips to help protect your funds. Sign up for text or email alerts for transactions that are made in your accounts. Check your statements monthly and report suspicious transactions as soon as possible. Heather Sullivan, Fox 26 News.